So, welcome back to another episode. And on today's episode, I can't wait to talk about...
Move over a sec. Hey, how's it going? What?
Dude, what the fuck are you doing here?
I went out to get a snack and bring over Guardian Heroes. What's wrong?
You haven't been on the show for nearly 6 months.
What?
Yeah. Where'd you watch? You went to get Guardian Heroes?
Yeah, you said you wanted to play it later.
And some snacks, and that took took 6 months.
I guess. What'd I miss?
Oh no, not a lot. I'll just continue. I'll just continue.
Yeah, please go ahead. I just want to.
Okay.
Yeah,
so today I want to talk about some game news.
Sorry, I was kind of.
Okay. Koji Igarashi, one of the creators on Symphony of the Night. There's a rumor that he's working on a new game.
No?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
Oh, no, I heard something about that.
Yeah. So, I guess there was a flyer, and it was showing two sides of a pentagram or something. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on with it.
No, there's something else. No.
I'm losing my entire train of thought here. You know?
Sorry, but no, sorry.
Why don't you just have a sip of your pop there? And
Are you sure?
Yeah. So, Koji left Konami a while ago to start his own independent game, and some of the rumors are that he is working on his own Castlevania game.
Oh, sorry. Is he?
Yes, he is. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I'll have this after. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to interrupt. Sorry. A little bit out of it. Sorry. So Igarashi, I remember that flyer from PAX Prime.
Yeah.
2014.
Yeah.
And there was the pentagram.
Yeah. So it's this kind of stuff, and
oh, that's right, because there was that tweet earlier today.
There's a lot of things that said it's going to be May the 4th, and today is May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
But we don't know when it's going to happen. Oh, my like news feed is going crazy. Everybody's going, it's happening this week. It's happening this week.
And the big buzz being that it's potentially a successor to Symphony of the Night or the Castlevania series in some form.
That would be incredible. And supposedly it's like an alchemist character.
Yeah.
Well, so
the latest picture had that pentagram again with the runes around it.
Yeah.
That apparently translated to what a wonderful night to have a Kickstarter or a KS.
Right. Yeah.
And then the newest one had a sword on one side and a whip on the other side. So, you know.
It's kind of leading towards that, and my God, you were here, obviously, and you've been excited about Mighty Number 9 getting a kickstart.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, fantastic. And then we're getting probably another Kickstarter, and which is rumor, for another Castlevania game from the creator of Symphony of the Night. That's fucking huge news.
Absolutely.
So I think maybe this week we'll hear more about it, but I should say this, I love that we're getting these games. But isn't it so sad? All the great creators are leaving their host companies and going off to do their own independent stuff. It's wild.
Let's look at this for a second, actually, because I really wanted to dig into this for a while now.
Yeah.
I think one of the first that we heard about was when Hironobu Sakaguchi left Square. I probably massacred that name, by the way.
No, that's right. Yeah, I know. But he left.
He left Square.
He could have retired. They gave him a lot of money. He went to Hawaii and was surfing for a while. So.
Yeah, but because Final Fantasy XII was not what he wanted it to be. Along comes Lost Odyssey, which is basically the first that I remember of the spiritual successor, because it felt more like Final Fantasy, really, to me, than 12 did.
Yeah, it's a whole thing to itself. So. Yeah. But
and then of course we had from there we had of course all the people that left Capcom. So you ended up with Shinji Mikami, who made Evil Within. It took quite a while, but that was his spiritual successor to the Resident Evil survival horror style.
Yeah.
Of course, Keiji Inafune with the Mega Man one that was the biggest. That started really using spiritual successor as the coined phrase.
Yeah.
And that went nuts. I mean, he did a second Kickstarter for an animated series they're working on now.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is there a Kickstarter for an animated series?
Yeah, it's already pretty much funded. They're making an animated series.
For Mighty Number 9.
Yes. Oh! And did you hear? They've found an actual publisher. So not only was it
Yes.
kickstarted, now they have a publisher, so they're
Yeah.
going to have Japanese voices, I believe French voices, and they're going to have subtitles for a slew of languages, plus people, oh my god, physical copies are coming out for the Wii U, the PS4, and the Xbox One so far are the ones that are official. There's rumors there will also be one for the 3DS. So
Fantastic.
stuff that you can actually put on your shelf. So
Yeah.
you know,
that was a big thing for me when the Kickstarter was going on. I'm like, I really wanted a physical copy. It was really cool. It was coming on PC and all that. But I'm like, man, you know, it's like it's like a platforming game. From the creator of Mega Man, it feels like it needs to have a home release. So that's exciting news.
yes, and of course the work on the animated series, and I mean you
That's
can.
weird. I never heard about that.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
How much money did they raise for that?
Oh god, I can't remember now.
Yeah.
But
That's
a lot.
crazy. Yeah.
And now we've got potentially another Castlevania, and like so many of these creators, and this is the new trend that I'm seeing. For us old school hardcore gamers,
Yeah.
the games are coming from the original creators who have gone off on their own to kickstart them because none of the studios will back them anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't get how they're not seeing
It's weird.
this.
It's like they become very big in the company, and I don't know if there's some friction or they just like, well, I want to do this, and the company says no. They're like, well, screw you, I'm off. Because we don't know all the political drama. When we have Kojima leaving, I bet we'll
There's
get
another one.
I bet we'll get another goddamn Metal Gear game that won't be Metal Gear, but it'll be Metal Gear.
It'll be the spiritual successor.
It's just so insane what's going on. But yeah, it seems to be a massive trend.
Well, it does, and I think personally, this is my 2 cents on it, is that because the gaming market, there's a lot more of these sort of the casual or more friendly to new user games coming out, and a lot of these guys are being forced to produce them, but that's not the games they started producing, and that's not the games they want to make.
Yeah.
And like Igarashi openly said that he had been making casual cell phone and social games, and it's not what he wants to do, so he left. Inafune made no bones about the fact that he was being forced into basically a supervisory and management role that he didn't want.
An overseeing role rather than
making games.
Making games, which he likes to do,
And
for sure.
so he left. And, when the Clover Studios got shut down by Capcom and Mikami left because they couldn't make the games they wanted.
Yeah.
And yet, these Kickstarters are showing that there's a massive audience. So I don't know if the big
think it's
companies will
great.
figure it out
Yeah.
or not. Because right now, Konami, with the cancellation of Silent Hills, removal of the PT demo from the store, which they're now selling.
I
PS4s
heard there's some.
Have you heard about it?
PS4s are selling. Was it in Europe or something for like £1,000 or something?
Yep, £1,200 and up.
But are people actually buying them? That's the thing.
In some cases, yes.
Well, what the
Just to
fuck?
get the PT demo.
Well, why didn't they download it ahead of time and save themselves some money?
Because nobody expected it to suddenly be like, oh, and in 2 days it's gone.
Well, for sure. I guess because we're like following game news hardcore, so.
Yeah.
I obviously had it the day it came out. The second day it came out. Yeah, it was so good.
That still happens.
It's just sad we're losing that one too, though.
I know, because Guillermo del Toro,
Yeah.
and he did Kojima,
Yeah.
working on. Oh my God, how amazing would that game have been?
It was amazing. It had potential. It had so much untapped potential, and now. Anyways, we're not going to get into negative because it's so easy for us to be like, fuck that shit.
But this trend towards the spiritual successors to all the games that we want is huge. I wish that we could have them with their original names, but with or without, these are the games we want, and they're still finding a way to get them to us, and that is awesome.
Totally, absolutely. So, man, it's good to see you again.
It's good to be back.
It took you 6 fucking months to go down and get Guardian Heroes and a pop and a bag of chips. That's ridiculous.
Look, it's a long walk.
I understand that.
I mean, there's a whole. I got to go down an elevator.
I know you got lost in a snowstorm. You were in Hoth for a while.
And then there was a guy in an alley with a van that told me he'd give me candy.
That's pretty good. I'd stop for that.
I got in the van and then I woke up in the alley and got my chips and came up.
I could add to that.
What does the pro? I don't get it. Apparently,
don't know.
6 months, something happened.
It's crazy. So, anyways, glad to have you back. Until next time, guys.